I forgot to turn the heater off, so I might get some back noise. This is Volothamp, Modulus Tautology, and I'm just going live for a second, just to recap. You know what I mean? It's just crazy what's going on out there. You know what I mean? We all seen it before, and y'all right, it's getting played. You know? Yeah, this might get copyright claim because I'm sharing a little loop of a mix between Killer Priest and Styles P. The Killer Priest track is shout, 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 shout. Live, 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 live. Love, 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 love. God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time. And that Styles P is Porsche lights. Fairly new hip hop, you know what I mean? Rap music, whatever y'all want to call it. But hip hop is more than a genre. It's more than rap music. It started back in the day as, disco basically, but then we started learning about the funk in the 80s and 90s because we went back in time. And we appreciate the beautiful music that James Brown and Curtis Mayfield and Earth, Wind and Fire. Like we heard that and was like, yo, Kool and the Gang. And we started appreciating other singing groups like Cameo, Bobby Brown and the whole boys to men, not boys to men, but I know who I'm talking about. Ricky Ralph, Johnny Gill. Like that's all hip hop. Like they wanted to say it was R&B and you know what I mean. It's just the same thing they do with money. They try to call it denominations and cash and now they want to call it capital and it's all about trying to separate and it's just Mel Grotto trying to be number one, so that was what Ali and Frazier was all about, and they gave us three of the greatest fights of all time. Ali, Frazier were the three greatest fights of all time, right? Tyson tried to do it, but he couldn't give you that third fight, him and Holyfield. Well, Holyfield is a monster, So Holyfield pretty much did, what Ali did, you know what I'm saying? But we don't say Ali and then Holyfield as the top 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? And then as I talk about the greatest boxers of all time, me, I'm straight Frazier because I got to shake his hand when I was 10, 11, or 12 years old. I can't remember exactly. Not right now. If I think about it, I could. But my dad and them we had a softball team, and they introduced us to Joe Frazier. And I remember trying to, me man up and give him a good manly handshake, and he did some old flip my finger and the play with you like kid, I would crush your hand, you know what I'm saying? And then pointed at me like, all right, that's cool, that was cool, you know what I'm saying? But then it was like all my uncles and stuff was there because they was all part of the same softball team, kind of like talking about him because he lost this 2 fights, he won the first one and then he went to war the last 2. Proving that he wasn't scared, proving that he was, they were equal. You know what I'm saying? Just Ali had a little longer reach. Ali had a little longer, quicker step a little bit. You know what I mean? He certain boxes beat certain boxes, and that's what Tyson with Frazier. I mean with Holyfield. Holyfield had the reach and the the leg work a little bit more so than Tyson. He had the body, we got to remember he started off as a cruiserweight, and worked his way up to be one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. But you ask my dad, who's a baby boomer, if Ali's the GOAT, and he quick to say Joe Louis #1, then Ali. So it's about perspective, yo. And that's what everybody's trying to do right now. Everybody's going for that #1 shot again. So, that was I'm forgetting it now. The Holcomb, Corey Holcomb, and this other kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying kid because, he picked on Corey. He went to Corey's show to pick on him, And I was following him. I wasn't really following him, but I followed him on YouTube. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that guy's name is, the Millionaire Show or whatever. And then I'm forgetful of his name because that's not what I'm here to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been on the perspective of using logic of an algebraic logical theory. I've been calling it epistemology to translate the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to come up with a solution set to help the student or the scholar. Like I'm a scholar. That's what I consider myself. I don't really like to say that I'm a teacher. Right? There's only one teacher. There's only one master. All that other stuff that, you the master teaching, dude, be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I still give respect to Melly Mel and Grandmaster, I call him Grandmaster Flash, right? I give them that respect, Grandmaster Flash and Grandmaster Melly Mel, right? Because they were the original two that was, build collectors that ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. They taught us They taught us that drill. The message is always going to go down as the greatest awakening hip hop. It was the first time it was more so than just being at the disco. It added that consciousness to hip hop. And now we got consciousness. Now we can rebuild our community with a culture. That's how it works. So I found myself repeating myself because, I met, Frazier around 83 or so. And then by 89, I was 18. I was old enough to register to vote. And, my parents wasn't, registered Democrat. It wasn't pushing that on me. But I noticed that that's what most Black people were registered as. And I didn't know anything about the history of Black Republicans. So I just decided to be independent. I filled in the third block. Now I still got people that's being hypocrites because it's like that's not a third party. And it is technically just the second party because the Democrats and the Republicans are the same political party. Their job is to stop the third party from growing. They work together to stop that third party from growing. Hence, we the people are the third party. I am a foundational Black Amerindian because my lineage goes all the way back prior to 1492 on this land right here. Yes, dark, deep brown people were already here. Yes, many of you believe in the theory of the African being the original man and how everybody on the planet is African. But we're going by, drop my controller. Let me find that real quick. Because I wanted to do that in the background. I got to be rapping so far. Let's see if that's still working. Okay, so yeah, let's load this up. Because I that's what I mean to be doing. I mean that he's showing something in the background, and I get to rapping and explaining myself again to people. How much time did I waste? I didn't mean to be on here that long. 10 minutes, okay. So I'll try to do another 5 minutes. And this is Skyrim. I'm just gonna let it run a little bit. And it's going to be one of the next games that I'm playing, because y'all know I'm doing like the role-playing game on my channel right now. And I do have 2 other videos of me and my son where he does the gameplay. And see, now that's on in the background. Oh well. And how can I turn that down? Oh, here it is. I got this remote. Let me see here. There it is. My bad. I wasn't prepared for this video. I just wanted to add another one because I'm trying to get to 1,000 videos, and just shooting the thoughts, and that's why I ain't really mix it like you know what I mean. I just figured I'd throw these 2 songs on there. If I see what happens if I blend them together enough to confuse the algorithm to be like, well, that's not really copyright because it's 2 songs looped over top of each other. And yeah, I am using a little bit of Styles P's voice in it. But you know, I might let it break a little bit to spit a little bars for y'all, because it is about the lyrics too. Like, so, and that's where the Corey Holcomb, I go back to the Corey Holcomb verses. What is that guy's name? I forget, I can't remember his name. Anton, y'all know who I'm talking about. But Anton went on his show to mess with me because he knows Corey's weakness. Corey's weakness is he's a comedian, but he's not Dave Chappelle. See, Dave Chappelle's a hip hopper, right? He also says he's Muslim. So therein is his moral ethics, principles, and virtues. You know what I mean? Corey Holcomb isn't going, I'm a Christian, or I'm a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, yo, I was born into Christianity, and then I fell in love with hip hop, and a lot of hip hoppers, including Chuck D, are part of the nation. I mean, they are, you know, Farrakhan, right? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Farrakhan's a prophet that I think you ought to listen to. What he can say to you, what you ought to do. Like, I remember Chuck saying that, right? On the Nation of Millions. The name of the album was Nation of Millions. And, you know what I mean? So it wasn't just him. It was also Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Guru, a lot of, you know, the whole Wu-Tang pretty much. Like Run was the only Christian, you know, and today he's Reverend Run, and he's still a reverend, a pastor, Baptist, or whatever, you know, denomination that he's a part of. You know, Baptist, Lutheran. So there's a whole bunch of them. And it's not me. I'm not meaning to get forgetful on all the different denominations of Christianity. Roman Catholic. That's what I grew up under, was a Roman Catholic church. But once I turned 12 and my confirmation was time for confirmation, I found myself saying, "Nah, I think I'm gonna walk my own path and figure this out." And that's when I started, you know, breaking bread with other religious folks, or other, you know, other faiths, other beliefs. And that's what KRS-One did, because KRS-One said famously, I'm not a Muslim, but I'm obedient to Allah. So he recognizes the you know, Allah as being the one God. You know, but we were going through warfare of Allah, Yahweh, Elohim, Jehovah. You know, like, nah, that's not the purpose of one God. It's not warfare. It's supposed to be coming together. But you'll notice you say one God, our Father, and we have traitors to that. Because if two men are rapping about the one God, for a woman to come in between that is very hypocritical. Because they should be able to get down to it and agree to disagree, or whatever idea y'all want to say is neither side is both sides are equal, not that either side is wrong. See, it's not. Me going back to the logic of it, in the binary code when we're dealing with a 0 or 1. 0 is usually false, 1 is usually true, or 0 could be no and 1 could be yes, or 0 could be off and 1 be on. Did I did off and on? Off, on, no, yes, false, true. Like that. That's how it would go. So it's not the case of right or wrong. It's actually wrong or righteous. It's not right. Are y'all starting to understand that? It's not right or wrong. The proper order would be wrong or righteous. And I'm saying no, I'm saying false, I'm saying wrong. And then I'm trying to express the righteous when I say wrong. Right? Like, no, that's wrong. They're righteous. And then I might open up the Bible and read a verse with you. You know what I mean? I might pull out the Quran and read a verse with you. But now, if you're so convinced and programmed that any man that reads from the book to you is your enemy, I wonder who your head is, right? Because it is tail or heads. It's 0, right? Like hate or love. It's 0 hate, 1 love. 0 falseness, 1 truth, or truth. This is how we program with the binary, right? It's not the case of 0 females, 1 male. We're starting to understand that we can't exist that way. That's why we are our own individual bits. You need at least 2 bits to compare and contrast female and male, or male and female. And then you have 4 different permutations. Once you get that 3rd permutation, which would be the child of this male and female, male, now you're dealing with 8 different permutations or combinations of the binary digits. But I'm going to need, is this playing or anything? I don't even know. Ooh, ooh. Hit the turntable. Now I'm messing all up, right? See, I gotta do this, right? So yeah, that's how it goes, Oh well. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little rap, and we'll figure it out. I got it on auto mix. I'm still trying to learn that program. I'm still trying to get this. Where's the video? Got a black screen on y'all. It's all good. I mean, some of the time I rap 19 minutes. So this ain't gonna be one of my better shows. I needed the kid to at least play the game or something. But I'm not really trying to introduce him into the Skyrim like that. happy with the controller. You know, still asked to hit the like button. I just wanted to get something on here because it's been like 4 or 5 days since I made a video. Like I said, I got 2 other videos that I'm going to share. I'm really not going to push this one. This is going to be more of a quick demo. Like I was saying, I don't even know where I do the controller. Still working on my vision. So Volo be needing some help. You know? And I'll do a more formal visual on talking about the binary code and how we can use that to make the decisions, because I see a lot of people confused about the Anton and this other guy Corey's thing. Anton just went there to mess with him because Anton feels as though he can beat him on a argument, beat him in the argument or debate when they're not really debating about anything. Anton acts like he's a Christian, so it's God first, but he knows that Charlie Kirk has represented the white woke Jesus, and black people are done with that narrative. We're done with the white Santa Claus narrative. Like, so that's why a lot of black families don't like. We'll celebrate Christmas, but giving all this credit to the fat white man, when it is the dad of the house that's putting all this extra work in, and then they keep putting in, Umar Johnson is being Santa Claus for the black community, and all we asking Umar is to do right by his daughters. Like, we're not trying to be standing on the corner with Umar and his daughter come do a drive-by because she's saying he's a deadbeat dad. Because we put time in with our children. That's what we're supposed to do first and foremost. Right? We're supposed to be reading with them every day, teaching them every day, and that's what's happening a lot on a higher percentage that they present us as. And who's presenting us in the bad light? All these other nations, all these other foreign nations. That's why we're against, or it seems like foundational black Americans, true foundational black Americans are against the Democratic Party right now, because they're putting immigration, or I like to say the foreign nationalists, ahead of the black American, or the foundation, especially the foundational black American. And that has to stop. That's over. We're not doing that anymore. And that's what Kamala Harris represents. That's what the little Jasmine Crockett represents. Too many of them represent the foreign nationalists over the black nationalists, like the black nationalists. And then we got these fake black nationalists stepping forward like they're the new Black Panthers. And we know that they're agents. They're not really true to the game. Because the game is to stand down right now, spend time with your families. So I'm a load up some Mario Kart and practice, because that's what me and my son is playing together right now, besides learning how to do calculus, trigonometry, geometry, and science, technology, and engineering together. We do read some books together, fantasy, and that's what these 2 videos that I'm gonna share in a little bit are about, us reading together and come up with new stories. And that's what he's trying to do, and that's what I'm kind of trying to do too. But I'll be back. I just wanted to do this quick public service announcement, I guess this is. I'll share more Skyrim and stuff. I know it ain't come out like I wanted to. I done dropped the controller. I don't know where it's at. But like I was saying, it maps the same. 0, 1, 0, 1. 0 is off, 1 is on. Or off 0, 1 on. Right? But we like to say hate and love. 0 hate, 1 love. 1 love. Happy just to have just 1 love. God is love, hip hop is life, time is holy. Money is nothing more than that 4th dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist. Because it is hip hop, that's the art of making the most out of life. That's the management of the business, which leads to good economics. Harmony, happiness, and peace I wish to you all.